Hola chicos y chicas, you should have a notes paper that looks just like this. First things first, what is conjugating, which is what this paper is about? What is it? What is conjugating? Conjugating is changing the verb to match who is doing it. What does that mean? Well, let's take for example a simple sentence. I go to school. What's the verb in this sentence? Well, the verb is go, the action. Well, what about if we change I to he? Can we use go here? He go? No, absolutely not. Does not work. The verb needs to change. Change the verb. So we need to change it. Goes. He goes. That makes sense. So what are we doing? We're changing the verb to match who is doing it. Who? He. Here, I. That's why go works with I and goes works with he. Changing the verb to match who is doing it. The problem that we have in Spanish is that we have 5 forms. Unlike in English, where there's usually only 2 forms. In Spanish, we have 5, and that's why it gets a little bit tricky. But we've done this several times. This is like our 3rd conjugating paper. So let's start this. What kind of verb is it? Well, it's estar. And estar means to be. Now, I know what you're saying, or some of you might be saying, well, doesn't estar just end with an AR? And we can conjugate it like the other ARs? No, it almost works, but it doesn't. Now, most AR words, so most of the words that end with AR, like gritar and caminar, those are called regular verbs. Regular means they follow the pattern that o, as, a, amos, an. It means that they follow this, the regular ones. Estar is not regular. Actually, estar is called an irregular. And the reason why it's an irregular, it's because it has accents and a unique yo ending. In other words, it doesn't follow the pattern. The o, as, a pattern. So, if estar means to be, then what happened to ser? Because ser means to be. Estar means to be. Well, that's a problem. And this is the easy way to remember this. We use ser to describe. Describe as in how? As in, yo soy alto. Or things like, él es guapo. So we use it to describe, like we did here. So when do we use estar? Well, estar is used for feelings and locations. As in to say that someone is in Mexico, or someone is in Texas or California. I'm going to draw California because that's easier to draw for me. There we go. Looks like California, or a weird burrito. So here are my 2 quick examples. We have el chico es bajo. This word here means is. Second sentence. El chico está encima de la silla. The boy, this word means is. So, if this meant is and that meant is, then the difference is that on sentence 1, right here, this sentence, we were describing the boy is short. Our second sentence, el chico está encima de la silla, gave us a location. The boy is on top of the chair. So we use está. The more we do this, the more this will make sense. So What are the 5 endings? Remember, there's always a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different subject pronoun categories. So, we should know what subject pronouns are. They're all of these. So these are the endings. In the yo form, it's yo estoy. That means I am. The tú form, tú, estás. Yes, with an accent. Usted, él and ella, está, and you should make a note that this is also for something like it, which in Spanish we don't have, but in English we do. So if it's a thing, we're going to use the he, she form. The nosotros and nosotras, the we, is estamos. This is the long one. That means we are. And finally, the ustedes, the y'all, ellos and ellas, they, is están, with an accent. Remember that I said that estar is called an irregular because it doesn't follow patterns? Notice how this ends with an OY. This has an accent, that has an accent, this doesn't have an accent, that has an accent. That means it doesn't have a pattern. It's all over the place. And the only way to remember this is to actually just memorize them. So, let's do the examples now. Alright, now the examples número uno. Yo blank en la práctica de basketball. We want to say I am in basketball practice. I am in basketball practice. Yo, very simple again. Just like we did. Here's my chart. Yo, I just match it up with that one. Yo estoy, I am in basketball practice. En la práctica de basketball. Número dos. Two blank en la clase de música. You are in music class. So what's the word for you are? Again, simple. Tú estás. Just like that. Número tres. El blank enojado. He is mad. So we need the word for is. Again, it's simple as it's right there, and that's the one that belongs. Está. Don't forget the accent mark. Number 4. Nosotros blank contentos. We are happy. Nosotros right there. Estamos contentos. We're happy. Just like all of us right now. Número 5. Henry y ella. Alright, here's the problem. Henry y ella. We don't see Henry and a or ella. Well, we do see ella, but we don't see that combination of Henry y ella. So that is, again, problem. We need to find it. So where would Henry and ella belong? Well, we know Henry and ella is more than one person. Not there. We know that it cannot be we. Why can it not be we? Because when it's we, I need it to say I, as in Henry and I, but it doesn't. So it cannot be we. So, just like usual, cannot be that, so it's right here. They and Henry y ella están. So again, we just need to follow the formula, the chart here. We're just matching up the charts. Just like we've done. This with this, this with that, and so on. That with that, and this with this, and this with that. We've done this several times. Just wanted to make sure that all of you hear this one final time. Okay, the rest. Número 6. Señor Marín, usted, Mr. Marín, you are enojado o contento. You are mad or happy. So, chart again. Señor Marín, usted. So I know I'm talking to him because the question is saying, Mr. Marín, you. Usted is right there. The answer is está. Don't forget the accent. Number 7. Tú y ella, blank en la casa. You and her, blank in the house. So you and her are in the house. Again, we don't see a combination of tú y ella anywhere. We see tú right there and ella there. So what do? We can't pick that one and that one. We got to pick only one. So how do we decide that? Once again, two people in the sentence. Tú y ella. So because there's two, this side does not work, which means that side won't work. Does it include I? Does this sentence have I or yo in it to mean we? It doesn't. Cross that out. Cross that out. Your answer is están. Accent. Next, number 8. Mi calculadora, my calculator, blank en la casa de mi abuela. My calculator is in my grandma's house. So, again, we don't see a word for calculator anywhere in the chart. But we know that it's one calculator. It's not yo because it has to say yo and it doesn't say es mi calculadora. It doesn't say tú. But it is one thing. And when it's one thing, when it's one of it, we use this form. So it's mi calculadora está. Because there's only one. If there were two calculators or two lápices or mesas, tables, then we change están to están. But there's only one. So we use está. Number 9. We're almost done. Los estudiantes, the students, blank, aburridos. The students are boring. Like most of you right now. Let's figure this out quick. Los estudiantes, again, the chart doesn't say los estudiantes. This side doesn't say los estudiantes. But we can still figure it out. Because los estudiantes is more than one. Should know that already. Does it say y yo in the sentence? Does it say I am included? No, it doesn't. It's just saying the students. If it doesn't include an I, then we can eliminate that, Los estudiantes están. And finally, number 10. Rico! I mean, that's just a boy. That's a boy's name. Rico, no. Rico doesn't, or is not. Deprimido. He's not depressed. So, Rico is one boy. Right there. Because it's not yo, it's not tú, it's not more than one. Bam, bam, no, no. Está. Rico, no, está. Rico is not. That's it. Done.